Whoop, whoop. And here we are. So it's the start of our summit. So just to give you a little heads up as to what we're doing, my name is Mandy Vermaak from Future Wellness, and we are creating a wonderful event around network marketing. So many people out there look at this industry very negatively, and this summit was put together truly around sharing more value around this incredible industry and making a success of it and living the life, because that's what we want to do. We want to be making money, and we want to be traveling, we want to be enjoying ourselves, and that is what network marketing offers you. So I have brought together 6 wonderful leaders that are going to be sharing more around this industry, how they made it to the top, their pros, their cons, a little bit more around who they are, where they came from. Many of them came from corporate backgrounds. So what happened was we got a teeny weeny spoke in our wheel because we've got a few little hiccups along the way. So instead of being one evening, it's turning into 1 week. So we're going to have 2 speakers on tonight, because also at 9 o'clock we have rugby, and I'm very sure that all of you are wanting to watch that at 9. So Alexandra is going to speak with us next week. We've got Jan coming up on Monday. We've got David. David unfortunately fell ill after the convention with Lifewave, so he's still trying to get over being ill. But tonight we've got wonderful Christoph, all the way in the Dominican Republic, and he's going to be sharing a little bit more around his journey with Lifewave, and in particular with Lifewave, because you see me sharing this incredible technology and this incredible product. And then we're going to have Phil Steinberg all the way from Italy. So I'm going to bring on wonderful Kris. Hey, Kris.
Buenas tardes. Buenos días. Hello, Mandy. Hello, people.
He's from Polish.
Oh, dzień dobry.
How are you this evening? And that side, it's day. It's on the afternoon, I'm sure.
It's really hot, 33 degrees. Today is a rainy day, but you know the place is amazing. So I'm happy. We are spending some holidays here in Dominican Republic, and yes, I'm fine, and I'm happy to be here. Thank you for inviting me.
Thank you so much, Kris, for being here. Kris is actually my upline. If it wasn't for Kris, I don't know if I would have been this far along on my journey. Kris has often had to hold my hand, pick me up. He's been my sounding board, my person who listens to all my ranting and raving. And often, very often, puts me right back on the track again. So I'm forever grateful to be part of his team, and also having him part of my journey. So Kris, I'm going to start right at the beginning, because we truly want to get to know the wonderful leaders that have come together to do the summit, and really understanding where they've come from, because many people look at this industry as being that pyramid scheme. You can't really make money. You have to start in the beginning. And if you don't start in the beginning, you're never going to make a good business out of it. So first and foremost, I know that your journey starts with your wonderful daughter. Don't you want to let us know a little bit around that story? Because that's truly where your journey actually started.
Yes, thank you. And I was there. I was a skeptic about MLM and this thing, pyramid thing, because I was lack of knowledge about it. And it's normal situation. If there is something new, we are afraid. So I can start that no parent expect that their child will get sick and get sick so seriously. And our daughter suffered from rheumatoid arthritis. It's really difficult to pronounce it, this illness, disease that is unknown origin and incurable. So we doctors don't know what to do with this illness. And of course, when we then sought the help from doctors, and, it turned out the basic procedure for her was to get treatment with chemotherapy and steroids. So she was like 7 years old, very young child with very serious illness. And after 3 years of therapy, our young daughter began get weaker and weaker. And what we realized, her immune system no longer defends her. So that was the reason that she was weaker and weaker, and that this threatened not only the health but also the life of our child. So we were in the point that actually they say that we should be prepared for the fact that when we stop the therapy, the disease may recur with the greater force. And we were in the position like this. So many people hear this from the doctors. I know that for working with in health industry now more than 10 years. So I decided to discover a solution because I knew that there must be solution. So we found and we discovered Lifewave, and we used patches, and there were only glutathione ion. Maybe you are familiar with this name, glutathione and ion. And after 1.5 months, our daughter recovered, and it was really shocked for me because I'm an engineer. I need to know what is behind the solution, behind the technology. So I realized that there are other ways to regain health than drugs, and that drugs are actually not a good solution to back to health. Strange. Yes, after the test, doctors confirmed that miracle had actually happened, that our daughter is recovered. And what I did, I asked the main doctor if we could present this solution to other parents, because in this hospital was 40 children with this sickness. And she replied, nope, because we have our own procedures. And I said, but these procedures are not helping, let's say delicately. So if she said no, I was thinking the whole night, and then there was the night that I decided to tell about life of the whole world. And I'm here.
Absolutely, absolutely. So you've just touched on that. You come from a corporate background. So tell us a little bit about what you were doing before you suddenly decided to tell the whole world about Lifewave.
Yes, I started with Lifewave when I was the owner of the company, but my journey as an employee started in 1986, long time ago. And I took a physical work to support my mother because we were alone. Then I decided to go to college and get a higher education. Then I ended up working in a bank. I was a banker for 12 years. And after 12 years, I left the corporate and I started working in the field of waste management and construction. So I opened my own business with some colleagues, friends. And running my own businesses was a great lesson for me, but it led to huge financial problems. I was $500,000 in debt. It was not well. it was lessons learned, but it was not for me. And I realized that I need to find something new. It was I was in this business and starting with Lifewave, and you know, I had really bad times, like not only mood but health difficult times. Bank terminated our mortgage loan agreement, and so I decided to look closer to MLM. You know, the MLM, this thing. So, and it was really rescue for me. Really rescue for me, because even if at the beginning all surroundings doubting me, it became my mission to find out what it really is. And some rich people was saying that this is the best way to find a new income and to find actually a way to your fortune, even if you are in a really bad financial situation. And it was something for me. So I decided to do this professionally. And again, here I am.
He's very humorous, by the way. The one thing about Kris is he's very similar to me. We've always got a smile on our faces.
Yes, yes.
So Kris, so first of all, how long did it take you to reach, you're sitting at SPD, Senior Presidential Director. This is the top rank in Lifewave. How long did it take you to get there?
Yes, the SPD is the highest rank so far, but there will be new rank for the top earners soon. So I'm not done yet. But the breakthrough came in 2019, really, because as I said, I started in 2013, but I didn't know what I was doing. I was like in a fog. And then in 2019, at the X39 premiere in Monza, Austria, in Europe, I met several leaders. One of those leaders was Phil Steinberg, who will be attending the meeting. And Phil actually explained me what to do to become a professional networker. And it's not only to gather information, but how to act, because action is the key. So the 20 minutes with Phil during I call it sandwich break, because we were eating sandwiches and I was listening Phil, changed completely my attitude to this business. And I started building MLM professionally, just like the best networkers do it, and stopped doing it my way. That is the key. So the MLM was invented 100 years ago and was proved by many leaders, high earners, that it's really simple, but it's not easy. So from 2019, I reached SPD December 2022, 3 years, actually.
So there was a little story you told me once before that I want you to relay again. You chatted to someone else who was in Lifewave. You were on a boat, and he was a young guy that had become exceptionally good in Lifewave as well. And you were sitting there chatting to him, and you were saying, "Well, you know what? I'm happy with what I'm earning at the moment. I don't need to do too much more." Do you remember that story?
Well, ring a bell.
Okay, so what happened was, I'll relay the story. So what happened was Kris was chatting to him and saying to him, "Well, you know what? I'm earning this kind of money. I'm really happy. I don't need to do too much more." And the guy kept very quiet and looked at Kris. And when Kris was finished, he said, "But Kris, if you got there, why would you stop there? Why would you just not continue?" And Kris said to me that day, it just like a light bulb moment went on. If you're earning 4,000 US dollars a week, why would you just stop there? Why would you just not work harder and earn more? So that was something that it stuck with me too, by the way, Kris, because that's exactly what some people do. We put this block in front of us without even knowing. And there is no cap. This is the most amazing thing with network marketing. There is no cap. The harder you work, the more you do, the more you earn. So why would you stop?
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. But we have a mindset where being an employee, so we have an information from the market that on this position you can earn from this amount to this amount, and we've been programmed, and we think like this. With MLM, you need to unprogram yourself and program new programs, which is there are no ceiling. Your ceiling is imagination.
Absolutely. So what were some of the difficulties that you had or you found while you were building your business?
Oh, this is a good one. I love this question. Apart from the fact that no one believed me at the beginning, well, I think the main difficulties resulted from understanding our industry, because most people don't understand this model, and I was one of them. So when I started to learn about it, and the key is to find someone who is really experienced and people that succeed in the business, and to build relationship with this person, and maybe he will become your mentor. So the biggest difficulties are that people are not understand this, and they treat it like a hobby. And if you treat it like a hobby, it will pay you like a hobby. And hobby is really expensive. You need to pay money, not earn money with your hobby. So for those who are struggling, my advice is to really become a professional and commit 100%, to take responsibility on ourselves. All failures, let's say lessons, and all victories are ours, not others people. So don't look around. The only solution is in the mirror. Just go and find someone who is a good teacher, and really don't listen those who are not successful. It's really strange that many people that are skeptic, or that the haters of the industry, they never succeed in MLM. They never succeed as networkers, and they know everything about it. So don't listen to them. Listen those who are really successful. That's, as I said, the most difficult is that people are not treating this like a real business. Yeah.
Agree. So what do you think are some of the things that people do incorrectly when they're building a network marketing business? It's a little bit like you've just explained, but is there anything else to finger on?
Yeah, absolutely. They doing this business their own way. They're not educated how to build it. As I said, it's simple. They want to do it their own. I know everything. I was on a few events. I was on the 3 lessons, so I have all information. No, the most important thing in our industry that the professional growth. We are, we are learning all the time. We are reading. We try to be better every day. Become 1% better each day. So become an expert, but not an expert like in the regular job. Become an expert as a leader who is really simplify. Who is a leader? Leader is a person that has followers, but followers who want to follow him. That's the simplest definition. So if you want to build this and have results, you need to treat it like a serious business, and invest in education, invest, sometimes pay to the mentor to be closer and get the fastest path. So become a professional. Forgot to be like example. If you are in a regular job, you have run a nose and you go to work because they will fire you. The same here. But most of the people they have run a nose in MLM, and I need to lay down, I need to rest because I'm a networker. No, you need to treat it the same. That's the most common incorrect way. Yeah.
This is very true. I'm sorry to say, but I'm going to go right out there and say that most people are lazy. Sorry.
Well, this is our nature. Laziness is our nature.
Absolutely. You know, they'd rather do as little as possible for a lot. And unfortunately, in network marketing, your personal growth, like you've just said, Kris, is immense. You read, you learn, you fall, you scratch your knees, you wake up, you get up again, you dust them off, and you keep on learning, keep on scraping your knees. And as you're getting better and better, so that personal growth is taking you one step further. And you know, very interestingly, I want to share something from my side with Kris. You know, it was very, at one stage, it was so irritating. Kris would ask me, when are you going to start building the business, Mandy? And I said, what are you talking about? I am building the business. I'm selling patches. What must I do? He said, when are you going to start building the business? And he kept on asking me this over and over again. And one day I got it. And I stopped trying to help the world and I started building my business. And it
remember
hasn't
it.
it hasn't been an easy road for me. It hasn't been an easy, you know, finding the team that want to follow me, that want to work, that work. I've got an exceptionally high work ethic. I work like a crazy person because I know where I want to be. And it's not going to fall on your lap and it's not going to come on a silver platter. You're going to have to work really hard. So that I must say, just, you know, just to amp up what Kris has been saying, it truly is, I think, like an industry of personal growth. As you grow, as you learn, so your mindset changes and then you start to evolve. And transformation is very much part of this business as far as I'm concerned. I cannot believe where I was when I first met Kris to where I am now. That is like galaxies apart. So
I
you're
remember
wonderful.
our discussion, Mandy, when you said, I'm a customer service for my people. I said, stop doing it. Don't push them, don't pull them. Just become a magnet and spend time with those who are really treat you as a win-win situation, because that's the another key. You cannot convince people and say, come on, there is an event, come to me. No, that's not the way. The way is to become better every day and decide to choose people who are really worth it, because you are worth it. So you need to surround yourself with the right people and create win-to-win situation. Absolutely. And you stopped it. I remember it, and everything changed.
Absolutely. Okay, your wonderful daughter, your beautiful daughter, has decided to follow in your footsteps. Is this something that she's going to do full time? Because I saw her very first post and I was like, wow, she's following dad.
Yes, Julia just finished high school this year, and she passed her high school final exams. Um, and she has been watching me for several years. You know, sees what opportunities we have now. We travel a lot around the world. She has already been to United States, Dominican Republic, Dubai, and many other beautiful places. In her age, I was only in my country, maybe some mountain, some sea. So, but in the meantime, she submitted her CV in several places, but she also observed her peers who are already working, and they are not satisfied. They work hard for relatively little pay, and they are busy. Like, you know, young people are busy and they have little money. So one day she said, I want to work like you, Dad, and lead a life like you. Teach me. So she's only 19 years old, and now she stays at home and reads the industry books I gave her, the GoPro, the T. Harv Eker, and she's waiting for my return to start building her plan. She has already his first conversation about Lifewave with friends, and I think she sees the huge potential. And the life we are living now is completely different that, you know, the surroundings offers. So, and her story is powerful. That's
Very.
why she wrote this beautiful message. And I was shocked that, because, you know, Mandy, she came to me a few years ago, like 3 maybe years ago, and she said, Dad, I never say thank you. I said, for what? That you know, did all things to that I am healthy and I'm not in danger. I said, of course, that what parents do. And now she's growing and she's more, let's say, aware that maybe this industry is for her.
Amazing, 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 amazing. How do you overcome some of the objections you come across whilst building with Lifewave?
I love objections. I'm the objections killer, not killer, but I love those people who came to me. Well, as I said, at the beginning, no one believed in me, and there were lots of people, very creative people, saying lots of, let's say, stupid things. Emotional, but based on nothing. And the best way to, because I know that this is a roadblock for many people, objections and skepticism. But there's a very simple way. Learn the skill of dealing with objections. That's one of the skills in our industry. And there are processes, teachings, you can learn how to overcome them. So you will always encounter objections, always. You can't avoid them. So learn how to deal with them professionally. And that's it. We teach people all the time, and they do conversation with people. They because the best training is just to face objections in real life, not the theoretically. And it's really, really powerful when you learn what you can expect. You can expect emotional reactions, skepticism, even haters. Our role is to learn skills how to ask the right questions and how to respond without emotion. It's really powerful. When you learn this skill, it will serve you all life.
Well, Kris, I think, there's so many different MLM companies out there, and most of them are very similar. Either is a shake, either is a supplement. But when you look at Lifewave's technology, and we know that it's a technology-based business, and we look at X39 in particular, it's very hard to get into a discussion with someone that is saying, well, I don't think it's working, or I don't think it will do this, because we know that X39 is the most incredible invention by David to date, other than all of the other wonderful things that he's done. It taps into an industry we may not mention anymore because the FDA have now made it a medical term. But we know that it's regenerating our cells, our healing cells, so that we can repair our body. So, I think I always say to my team, if people are saying no, then move on to people that are saying yes. How many billions of people out there are able to have our product, want to have our product, want this technology, want to be younger, want to be more youthful? So, you know what? I think it's your perception of how you deal with that negative that also is very important. So I also want to ask you.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So I also want to quickly ask you before we're finishing off. Your life has substantially changed. I know because I have known you now for the last 3 years. So, you've bought this wonderful apartment in the Dominican Republic. This is your holiday home now. So your life, let's go back 3 years and let's look at 3 years ago when you and I first met to how your life has changed now and your thoughts on that.
Well, first of all, I'll show you my surroundings because maybe it will be nice to show you the place. It's Dominican Republic. We have the ocean and close, as you see, beautiful pools, beautiful place. And of course, we decided to invest. And thank you, Mandy, for this, that you introduced me to Andrew Logan. Really powerful mentor who just his thoughts were like golden nuggets. You can earn money in MLM, but you need to invest your money. So we bought apartments, and yes, the last 3 years, as I showed you, this is our way to rewarding ourselves because we work intensively all year round. We have lots of meetings, lots of Zoom calls, and again, every year we have convention, global Lifewave convention in Florida. So we always plan a vacation. It was not possible before without these results, to go to the States, to go actually everywhere you want. And when we have another convention like is planned for 2024, another convention and 20 years anniversary for Lifewave. So we bought tickets already for the convention. And not only because we travel from Europe, we always plan some vacation, and the next year we are talking about the going to Las Vegas and rent some campers and go to see like Great Grand Canyon, national parks, lots of beautiful things in States. So it also something that attracts people, because sitting at home working, it's good, but you need to reward yourself and show people that you have a different lifestyle. And that's the result of really hard work, few years. And just to say that global convention, the yearly convention, is for me the most important event of the year. So it must have for me, and really I promise myself to be on each one. I'm still learning. I'm still doing my notes. To see David and to see Lifewave where it's going is absolutely crushing, because Lifewave is a technological company. Patches are on the patches are the one line of the products, but there is more, as you know, because you were watching the online convention. David is a solution for the human being. It's a solution for the planet. He has so many ideas, even the communication thing where the free speech is in danger. So he said we cannot allow. We will build our own communication system, and we will help people. The humanitarian part of Lifewave is really powerful to get drones and send aid to anywhere we want. It's really amazing. So yeah, actually, we have a brilliant products like patches, but this is more than the product. This is a mission. This company and David has beautiful mission, and without us, without people in the field, there is no possible to reach billion people, as we plan to reach billion families soon. And our company is growing like a crazy, has now 35 position in the world. There's 5,000 network marketing companies. We have 35 position. We have revenue $500 million. Please remember that in 2018 we had $30 million revenue. It's absolutely a breakthrough. So, and after the convention, I was thinking, okay, I need to rest. But I spent a few days here, and I have new contacts in Mexico, in South Korea, and I have new plans. It's really amazing. I love what I do, Mandy, and I love helping people, and I love supporting my leaders, my partners. It's really something that was created for me.
Absolutely amazing. I want to thank you so much yet again for coming on this evening and just sharing your journey. And I think, you know what, Kris, this is what I said. I wanted people to understand this wonderful industry way more than what they have been, because it isn't a pyramid scheme. I mean, I actually had a chat with my husband the one day, and he said to me, Mandy, this is just a business model. It's just a business model that people don't understand. So I think if we can change more people's mindsets, we can get more people into this industry. Thank you so much, all the way from the Dominican Republic. Have a fantastic little day, rest of your day by the pool. Say hello to your wonderful wife. And thank you once again, Kris.
Thank you, Mandy. Thank you for invitation, and bye-bye.
Cheerio. So there we go. So we've got another wonderful gentleman that's going to come up. Before he does, I'm going to quickly just give him a little intro. Hold on, I did have it open. So we've got Phil Steinberg all the way from Italy. He actually moved from Switzerland recently to the beautiful country of Italy. And I just want to share a little bit more around who he is. So he's been in the network marketing industry for the last 40 years. He's a serial entrepreneur. Success Coach, where coaching is showing and pulling capacities from a person, not teaching. He's a record breaker. Keywords are teamwork, partner, coach, be responsible, give, build leaders, not followers, shine to lead, support at all costs. And his motto is a little bit like mine: failure is not an option. Absolutely. I'm going to bring him on. Hey, Phil, how are you?
Hey, I'm doing great. Thank you, Mandy. How about you? Thank you for having me with you.
It is such an honor. I'm so privileged, and thank you so much from so taking time out to come and chat to us, because truly it's amazing that we have these wonderful leaders that we can connect with from Lifewave around the world, sharing their journeys, information, just to help us, because this is why we're doing it. We want to let more people know that anyone can build in this industry. Anyone can build an MLM business. So 40 years in network marketing. Wow. Where did it begin?
Oh, where did it begin? It began with frustration of the traditional work. I was working in the hotel business industry, and because I'm the kind of passionate guy that I'm not working just for the pay at the end of the month. So I was working definitely much more than most of my colleagues, but I couldn't get paid more. And this, was something that was kind of frustrating, and something that even I could not understand, because, well, you're supposed to be paid for what you're doing, not for the presence. And therefore, if you do more, well, you need to earn more. And that's when I started, to brainstorm and to try to invent some sort of different business model, until one day I was simply looking for other things, because I didn't like the job I was doing, and I found a little ad, make more money, direct selling. I said, what the hell is that? So I went, and that was my first step. And then the rest is history. One thing that I would like our auditors to understand is that I was not a genius of network marketing. It took me 10 years to understand how it goes, simply because I didn't have a proper sponsor, and I was more like trained into, well, you just sell, and some people will want to sell also, and this makes a team. And obviously, it's not the way it works. Until I had a chance to meet with the school of Dexter Yeager, who is really the artisan of having brought Amway to where it is today. And that's when, about 10 years later, I finally, oh, wow, that's how to make it. And that's how I made it.
So, Phil, that's actually very interesting, because I think many people get caught up in that retail section of network marketing where they completely exhaust themselves and don't understand why they're not building a big organization. Then you get the other side of people's mentality where they think, oh my word, I don't want to work with people. How on earth are you going to build an organization if you don't want to work with people? So yet again, the reason why we're doing this is to actually clear up the misconception about this industry, so that you start to understand exactly what this industry is all about. So network marketing has changed a lot from when you started 40 years ago. I mean, I remember 35 years ago when I was doing another MLM, which was selling a shake. We would hit the streets with a flyer, putting it into people's post boxes. We would stand on street corners in the middle of the center of the road, handing out flyers. A very different market. So we've got so many amazing tools that we have got to our disposal at the moment, which is making network marketing so much easier to connect with international people, to build your business online. Do you use a lot of those wonderful tools in your business?
Okay. First of all, there is not one method and the others are bad or whatever. There's something to take everywhere. But to make a long story short, the best other name to our industry rather than network marketing or multi-level marketing is relationship marketing. So it doesn't matter how you do it. What you need to do is create relationship. Now, the real question is, what is the best way to create relationship? What is the easiest way to create relationship? It's face to face, and it's not online. So definitely, if there is one method that I would give a priority, it is personal relationship, face to face, handshake, and that's really the base of it. And in fact, even if you want to work remote, and look, you're in South Africa, I'm in Italy, so this is fantastic. So let's not throw the baby with the water of the bath, but this is a communication tool. And to what I see, I mean, there are plenty of people selling you courses, how to be successful online, how to make relationship online and whatever. But the reality is that it's extremely difficult to make a good relationship online. And I've seen more people go on burnout trying to do it, whether it is on Instagram or anything, than those successful. Whereas when you are just meeting people, it's so much easier. So much easier. Then, of course, and let's say the key is to use both or the best of both worlds. And that's why I'm using a lot the three-way calls, because you speak to one of your friends, so you have the relationship and the trust, and you present these so-called experts. And the expert is going to build up your relationship in building credibility of what this relationship you have with a person. So as you mentioned before, if it was about selling, it would not be network marketing, it would be called network selling. The problem is that most people do not understand the difference between selling and marketing. Selling is forcing someone or pushing someone to buy. Marketing is giving the desire to the others to go and buy. And even though they are very complementary, they are totally different as far as the business and the attitude is. So we are the product of the product. Whether the product is really the product, like for us the patches, or the business. You're successful, you show that you are successful, but that's really what we are. And doing it online, or when you go on all those social networks, well, you see that 99% of people are trying to sell something, 1% is eventually looking for something. And if they have to go on socials to look for something, usually it means they're not very smart in life. I don't want to sound rude, but I mean, there are so many opportunities today that going online to say, "Hey, do you have a business?" I mean, usually it's a fake anyway. So
Love
it's
it.
very difficult to promote online, in fact.
Yeah, I do think, and you know what? I think there's so much choice out there, Phil. So I think you do need to find the thing that works for you. I mean, we know both of us that there are many people that make an absolute, they smash their MLM business when they are online. Many people know exactly what to do. They've got good followers. And then there are people like yourself that still like that interaction with one-on-one. And I do think, like you've just said, find what works for you, but there are so many different ways that you can do this. So find the one that makes you feel good. So your wonderful son, and I know there's a little story around it, because I don't think that he wanted to do network marketing at all, but I think just like with Kris, he was watching his dad and then he thought, okay, let's see if my dad's little system does actually work. Give us the story, Phil.
Oh, well, my son is, well, I would say, like many youngsters, the victim of what I call YouTube. And they are sold millions doing nothing. And so they believe it, because I mean, it's unavoidable. Well, look, he's a billionaire and he has not even a diploma. Why should I work at school? I mean, long story short, what too many youngsters are a victim of now. And mine was especially victim to the point that really he did nothing at school, and I mean he's lost his time, and especially that they don't tell them how it works, and they believe that just doing a few videos they will be billionaires. To the point that he was telling a million. Come on, who is speaking millions today? Everybody is a millionaire. Talk to me in billions. Millions is good, just good as a tip. Yeah, okay. Well, show me how you make your first $1,000. And so he's in this thing that he doesn't want, like many youngsters, and probably he's right. He doesn't want to get into the rat race. He doesn't want just to get a job and be a slave and make just enough to survive. So that's very good because it's pushing him. Now he starts to understand that it's not as easy as he thinks. It might be simple, but not easy. So now he was kind of trying to do something with Lifewave, and when he had 3 or 4 no's, he just quit it and went back to the YouTube or so on things, and he's been really like wondering. But now that we're in Italy, he's at the University for Strangers in order to learn Italian, and well, I hope he learns Italian because he's speaking a lot of Lifewave, and he's sending to me quite a lot of people to speak about Lifewave. So we'll see, but definitely he's trying, he's doing it. It's true that Lifewave is not the easiest network marketing for youngsters because it's very technological, because we're talking health, and at their age they're not really interested in health. Well, we're in good health. You're old people, it is. We've been the same anyway, just differently because it was a different period. But anyway, so yeah, he's speaking a lot of Lifewave, and he's really hoping to do something. So it's kind of a give and take, sending me people, and when he does things good, well, he sees the result, and yeah. But it's good. It's good because network marketing is, in my view, without the shadow of a doubt, is the um, say opportunity of the future. It's the business model of the future. We had franchising. Network marketing is nothing different than individual person-to-person franchising, and I believe that the industry, the business model as we know it now, being all employees, etc., is really reaching its end. Earning money on the back of the others is going to end, and as I call it, mm, in, it's the collective independence. We're independent in the way that we do what we want when we want, and there's no boss to fire us if we don't do enough. But it's collective because simply the more we give and the more we all succeed, versus keeping your little secret, like all salesmen do. It's a totally different way of redistributing the richness, whereas where everybody can really make more than a living. It's not about having a few extraordinarily rich people managing the world and having in their bank account 80% of the fortune of the world. This just cannot be sustainable. It brings to dictatorship. We have no more freedom of speech. We have no more freedom of doing what we want of our own body. We've seen it enough during the COVID pandemic. So yeah, I believe that network marketing is definitely the method of the future. In one way or another, it will change still, but it's definitely the base of the future economical business.
Phil, when about 3 years ago, I read a wonderful little book, The 4-Year Career. Mm-hmm. And it's such an easy read, very quick read. You can read it in a day, but it really It was like a light bulb moment for me. Could you imagine youngsters? I have a 16-year-old, and I talk to him often and say, if I teach you how to do this industry, how to do this business, and you worked it with me for 4 years, you'd be 20 and you'd be on your way to retirement. So I'm slowly working with him. But you know what? You also don't want to push them. They have free will. They need to find out for themselves, like your son. You know, he's tried this, he's tried that, and then they have to find their own journey, because it also has to, I feel, when you're building your Lifewave business and you're building an MLM business, it has to feel right. You have to, it's in your gut. You know that you're following your path, and then you have to really go on that journey. So why Lifewave? Because I'm sure that I mean, was that the first company that you joined as an MLM, Lifewave, or there was obviously other companies? Why specifically Lifewave eventually?
Well, there was obviously other companies since I started 40 years ago, and Lifewave is going to be 20 years next year or so. And I joined it 15 years ago. Lifewave is, for the part of my wife, probably the best thing that happened to me in a lifetime. Because Lifewave is not just another network marketing company. Lifewave is, I mean, most network marketing company, I mean, they are here to make money, eventually with excellent products, okay? But the products are not really what is supporting the company, okay? It's the hard work of the distributor who want to make money. At Lifewave, the product is everything. And it is carrying the company and carrying all the partners, ambassadors, not to say distributors, towards success, because the product is unique. And it's not just the product, it's the philosophy of the company. We are about to, I don't want to say to change, because there will always be Lifewave as a patch company, but it's turning to become a technology company. And a technology company, I don't want to give out too many information until it's not official, but a technology company which is going to help us have the rights, the freedom of speech, which we don't have anymore. Okay, now you write something which is not compliant on Facebook, they eliminate it. We don't have anymore the freedom of speech. We don't have the freedom of doing what we want of our health and body. I mean, there are so many freedoms that we don't have anymore. We will work on bringing to people a very private network where speech is free. It doesn't mean being able to tell any bullshit as the right thing to the world, okay? But really to have something which goes with the new world which is coming, okay? Where we're all kind of equal and we all participate to our future, what the democracy is supposed to be, but which is not. We will, I mean, we are being bombarded by all kind of poisonings with your, you know, all the heavy metals they put everywhere. Let's not go about these ARN vaccines that now they say they're putting even in the water, they're putting in the food, etc. God knows what they're doing. I don't even want to know what's true, what's wrong, but in general, there are truth behind it. Now, you want some corn, you can't anymore because it's OGM. Being OGM means it will resist the Monsanto crap, and therefore we're obliged to eat it. We don't want that. Lifewave will help us grow our own crop, even in an apartment, where we will have everything we need to eat without making, having the little pigs and so on, running in the apartment. Very clean, very nice, very even decorative. Now, this is another thing that we're going to that we are working on. Um, Regarding humanitarian, regarding global support. I mean, when you see this invention of this new drone, that I mean, NASA engineers don't even dream of it. So advanced it is, and things like that. So we don't care the drones, but this is leading to so many new things that we can think of the engine of the drone becoming a supply of energy for our home. I mean, I'm not saying it is, but things that we can think of with the genius of this David Schmidt, who is running this company and constantly researching things. So we can just imagine, dream at this time where we go, but definitely we are so much more than a network marketing company.
Agree, totally agree. So, and I think also, I mean, this year's convention it was just amazing. I cannot imagine what next year's is going to be like, because I know that David is holding back on a lot of things that are going to be brought out and launched. So it's going to be super, super cool. So
Yeah.
your lovely wife, Victoria, has an incredible testimonial with Lifewave. Don't you want to share that with us?
Well, she even has two actually. The first one was in roller skating, or she was going real well, and kind of fast. And there's been a little branch, and boom, she fell, but without expecting it, and was all on her knee. And she had a hole in the knee, including in the bone, because she fell worse than anything on a small stone, big gravel, if I can say. So okay, cicatrization and so on, and then she had really an ugly scar, and she started using carnosine at the time. And today, you really need a magnifier to see the scar. And then she had Bell palsy paralysis, which is paralysis of a side of the face. Just while we were going on vacation, fantastic, going to the beach and so on like that. It was difficult, but anyway, the neurologist who took care of her say, "Well, I'm afraid you will never recover from this completely. If you recover 40%, you'll be lucky." And something like, if I remember right, 1.5 months later, 2 months later, especially thanks to X39, X49 did not exist at that point, it would have been even faster. Well, she went to see the neurologist for a test, and she was just 100% recovered. The guy dropped his jaw, and he say, "Wait, wait. We must have made an error in the diagnosis, because this is just impossible." At your age, not that she's old, far from it. She's hardly 45, but you know how doctors are sometimes. And just everything was fine, perfect. You just couldn't believe it. We have so many examples like that anyway. People with thyroid problem for 10, 20, 30 years, and all of a sudden thyroid, they need no more medicine anymore. Thyroid goes normal. I mean, which is the doctor who can accept that? But anyway, it's facts. Thank God, a lot of doctors are turning to alternative and more global solutions, and this again is the future. And I'm proud. We can be proud of being part of this new system, um, and bringing it to the world and helping the world become a little more conscious of what health means. I would just finish this topic by saying, the big difference there is between medicine and us is that medicine have a big head. They pretend they know anything, and God knows if they know a lot of things, but they only know about diseases. We speak about health. and it's a totally different approach. And I'm going to stop here because otherwise, in 2 or 3 hours, we're still in a one-man speech. but that's really what it
I'm
is.
going to give a small disclaimer there. So remember, we don't treat, we don't diagnose. It's a support.
No.
So just in case, because Phil was.
No, but you're right. You are absolutely right. We cure nothing, but we help the body do its
Absolutely.
job, and a healthy body is not sick. That's it.
So, and this is what I love about Lifewave. As a wellness practitioner as well, we want to support the body. We want to support the body so that the body can do its own job. And that's the most amazing thing about Lifewave. Not only that, you are only giving the body light. So yet again, incredible technology from David. So many people in this industry call this industry the pyramid scheme. What is your views on this, and how do you approach that sort of negativity?
Okay. First thing, often people ask me, why don't you start your own network marketing company? And my answer has always been, if one day I find a pill for intelligence, then I will. And that's about what I answer those people. I mean, the way I handle it, I'm simply asking them, what do you mean? What do you call a pyramid? And then I show them that the only pyramid that exists is the one they are in. Okay, business, traditional business is a pyramid, government is a pyramid, army is a pyramid. But a pyramid is not something where anybody can make more than the person who is above. I mean, we are independent distributors. We are all independent distributors. So, everything is a pyramid. A family is a pyramid. You have the father, the kids, the grandkids, and so on. That's a pyramid. In the hierarchy, it's a pyramid. So, yeah, okay. If you want, it's a pyramid. But the thing is simply that I ask them to draw a pyramid and explain to me what they mean until they themselves realize that they're completely out of subject. But let's remember, and I think Kris before me mentioned that there is no rational excuse. Every single excuse is the expression of a fear. And because people are in their little comfort zone and they're afraid of getting out of it, they're ready to say just anything. If you ask them, but who told you it's a pyramid? Well, my mechanic tried something like that, and he say, oh, okay. So when you have a problem at your teeth, you ask your mechanic, and when you have a mechanical problem in your car, you ask your dentist. Okay, yeah, you're a good man, very intelligent. And I mean, people okay, it's not even to blame, but just to understand that there is no rational excuse, objection.
So for people that are starting their MLM business today, what advice could you give them?
It's the most simple business in the world. It's not about friendship. It's about working with the right coach. And it's not about hard work. It's about smart work. It's constant. If you decide to get involved in network marketing, you have two things you must do. Number one, don't stop for a year. Number two, do something, a minimum, every single day. And when people ask me, but what do you mean every day? Every day. You have 7 days a week, it means 7 days a week. Share your story with so many people every day. And if you do it with 3 persons a day, that's 90 a month. Out of 90%, it is virtually impossible that you don't have at least 20 who want to know more. And out of those 20, 5 or 6 who want to use the product. Okay, so those who have no development simply don't do the minimum every day. Like every single trip, whether it's going 10 miles away or around the world, you make one first step, then a second, then a third, then a fourth, And that's it. Now, if you make 1 step a day, okay, you'll move at your speed. If you make 10 steps a day, you'll move at another speed. As simple as that. But never fail. Know that you have more rejection than okay. Make it fun. Do it seriously, but don't take yourself seriously.
So we caught wind of some of the amazing inventions David has in store for 2024. What are your thoughts for the future of Lifewave?
I've mentioned it already. Lifewave. I mean, if there is one company that is one of its kind, which is much more than a network marketing company, and therefore has no end, will keep growing, will keep developing. If there is one in the world, it's called Lifewave.
And on that wonderful merry note, we are going to say goodbye to Phil. I thank you one more time for your wonderful knowledge and expertise. Thank you for coming on this evening. Enjoy the rest of your evening. Say hi to Veronica and Victoria, should I say? Victoria, Veronica, she's changed her name, Victoria.
Right.
Thanks so much,
Thank
Phil.
you, Mandy. Thank you, Mandy. Thank you for having me here, and we'll see you again.
Absolute pleasure. Thanks, Phil.
And bye.
Thanks, everyone. So on Monday, we are going to have Jan Wichel, all the way from Germany. I've actually done a pre-recording of his wonderful session. Exceptionally busy man, but he was so kind in hopping on with me and chatting and sharing his journey with Lifewave. Really, really amazing story. So thank you so much. Enjoy the rugby. I'm going to pop off now so I can go and see the beginning of the game. Thanks, everyone.